Have you read all about manifesting and law of attraction and it's still not working for you? Well, in this video, I'm going to take you through a checklist of words you might be saying and thoughts you might be thinking that might be sabotaging you. So here we go. I'm Ali at Mindwave Meditation. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below that you're with me, and let's dive right in. Before we go through this checklist, let's just have a quick recap of what we're actually talking about. Thoughts become things. Whether you're an optimist or a pessimist, you're going to experience an optimistic experience of life. You're going to experience a pessimistic, bleak existence of life. Look at anybody in your life, if they're optimistic, pessimistic, look at what their worlds look like. We reflect what we are. This is not woo-woo, this is just factual evidence that we can all collect data from. Ourselves, other people around us. When we feel sad, depressed, our outlook of life is just bleak pessimism, misery and sadness, and we've just got to get through it, and we seem to start thinking about other things that make us sad and depressed. Same on the other side, when we're optimistic, happy and joyful, we want to keep that train going. So the point of this video is to remind you of what you do want, stop doing what you don't want, and give you some amazing tips that will help you get clearer and define your mission of life. So if you're always affirming what you don't want, you're energetically going to attract more of what you don't want. If you're always affirming what you do want, you're naturally going to attract more of what you do want, because essentially we're creating these experiences. We're setting up these opportunities to succeed or fail, and it all starts with your thoughts. So my favorite way to explain this is if you have two pianos in the same room and you hit the middle C on one, the middle C on the other will vibrate, because like attracts like, and we are no different. Everything is energy and matter and vibration. So if we look at life as energy for what it really is underneath everything, emotion is energy in motion. So if we know what we do want, we can channel that energy into exactly what we do want to experience in life. We want to be a vibrational match for what we do want and not what we don't want. The law of attraction is working whether we like it or not. We get what we are, not what we want. If you're a need and want, we get more of needing and wanting. It's always just over there. When we act as if we already have it, it's interesting that opportunities seem to come up in our favor. It feels to me that when I'm acting the way I want to be acting and acting the way I want to be experiencing life, then the action I take is different to the action I take when I'm in need and want and I'm trying to get something. I end up repelling what I actually want. So after doing this so much of not getting what I want, I decided to flip the switch. I decided to realize exactly what I wanted and then become that in mind and live from this space every day. Set my default setting as being what I want and living from that space. So let's talk about it. So let's dive into this checklist. Number one, I wish. Are you saying to yourself, I wish I had this job, I wish I had that holiday, I wish I had their life, I wish I X, Y, and Z. If you're saying I wish, you are essentially telling yourself, I don't have it, whatever it may be. And yes, you might not have it. Granted, that's totally fine and understandable. You will be in a state of, I wish. But what we want to do is we want to start telling ourselves, our subconscious mind, that we are in the process of, or we already do have it. And if we do this on a regular basis, on a daily basis, we rewire ourselves to move into it. Obviously, you've got to take the action, you've got to still keep doing the stuff, but start up here with already achieving what you want to experience. So if you're saying to yourself, oh, I wish I was on holiday right now, and putting yourself in a lower vibration of, I'm not there, I'll be happy when I'm there, you could change that to, I am working towards my dream holiday, or whatever. So the key here is to say, I am. Instead of I wish, I am ... Number two, I often hear this one, I never get the job. I never make friends. I never whatever. Guess what? You probably never get the job, you probably never make friends, you probably never X, Y, and Z because you're constantly telling yourself, I never. You've got to remember that this present moment is a blank slate, it's a blank canvas. Whatever happened in your past does not have to carry over into your future. And the way we change this cycle is that we stop in the moment, we realize what we're saying, and we change it. How about we change it to, I always get the job. I always make friends. Saying this, telling yourself I always, even if it's not quite true, you are allowing yourself to think about the possibility of it being true. What does it feel like in your head when you say, I always make friends, I always get the job, I always happen to be at the front of the queue? I watched my dad when I was younger so many times. It's a weird thing, but we would be in line for something, and then a line as long as you could imagine would appear behind us. And he'd say, always happens. And I remember seeing this and being really confused because it happened over and over again. We'd be the first people there, and then we'd turn around and there'd be a massive queue. And it happened loads of times. I started to believe that this happened for me. I just assumed it was something that our family did. So this happens to me all the time. I'm always at the front and then a queue forms. I mean, it sounds absolutely nuts, but it's a belief I have. So when we add beliefs to this, crazy things can happen, coincidences. But my belief is I always get to the front of the queue. Doesn't always happen, but it happens more often than not. So think about what you're saying. What are you saying to yourself? I always, is it a negative or a positive? Find the negatives, flip into a positive, start believing it, start repeating it, and see what happens. Number 3, I can't do this. I can't ever do that. I won't be able to. Can't, won't. How about I can or I do? It's so simple, it's so obvious to say, just change all of the bad words to good words and then everything's fine. Yeah. If you keep doing it, if you keep showing up and flipping the switch, I can't. As soon as your face goes, catch yourself, pause. Catch yourself when you, what's going on up there? Every time I'm flat, feel flat, have a face like this, I pause and I just take inventory of what's happening up here. Oh yeah, I didn't get that thing that I wanted, or still haven't had that news, or I'm hungry, whatever it is. It's like, oh yeah, this is why this face is like this. So flip it to the other side into gratitude. I'm grateful for blah, 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 blah. Vibration raises. So we need to start by catching these thoughts. I can't, I won't be able to. How about I am able to? I do have the potential to get that job, to get more clients, to become that version of myself that I'm wanting to be. Fill in the blank. It's all about hearing what's going on or catching it in your text, pausing, and then flipping it, changing it to an optimistic or neutral positive. Anything but the negative. Number 4, should. I should be doing this, I should be doing that. We don't do the shoulds, you know this one. How about, what do I want to be doing? Every time you feel like you're about to say I should, pause and reframe this in your mind as, what do I want to be doing? Sometimes we don't want to be doing it, but we know that that's what we should be doing. So let's remove should and flip it to, what do I want to be doing that's gonna make me feel better if I do it? 5, I hope. I've removed hope. Hope is a stepping stone. It's good in some places, but as they say, hope is a beggar. I hope and pray. So you can really level up and remove hope and decide you're living in gratitude like you've already experienced it and say, I am grateful for, instead of I hope. This is the way you start from the end result and you become what you want instead of waiting for it to happen. That's the next level stuff. But if you're not ready to do that, if that's just too wild, just say, I know things are going to work out. I know things are working out. I know I'm going to get that job. I know I'm going to get that parking space. I know I'm going to feel good today. I know I'm going to get some good news today. Look for these words. These words are messing you up. These words are sabotaging you. So catch them, because they're all just up here. They're not out there, they're just up here, and they keep going round and round and round. And once you catch these words, once you grab them and you know what to look out for, you remove them. And not only do you remove them, you change them to the positive. So the I hope becomes I know. And look, sometimes you don't get the good news, sometimes it doesn't happen, but if you keep coming from this place of I know, I can, I am, I always, I do, and that's your default setting, and you keep doing the action, you keep showing up, then life changes because your environment reflects your inner thoughts. Thoughts become things. So stop planning for failure. Look, failure is good on the road to success. We need to fail to learn, but stop planning for it. Stop creating these traps for yourself to lower your vibration, lower your energy, put a kind of a outlook on life, and start planning for success and joy and happiness and optimism. And the way you do this is you catch these thoughts in the moment, in your mind, just before you speak them. You catch them as you've written them in the text or the emails, and you go, oh, that's one of those things from the video. Oh yeah, okay, delete, change. You catch them when you hear other people say them and you go, oh yeah, they just said one. Oh yeah, all right. This is how you do it. It's a daily thing. It's easy, it's effortless, and it will absolutely change your world. So leave me a comment down below of what's been reoccurring up here, or what you're gonna start saying. What's the new paradigm, the new default setting up here? And if you want to know more about this stuff, then dive into the links below to check out my big transformation course, which will set you up for life, for love, health, wealth, success, and freedom. I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and blah, 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 blah. Have an amazing day. See you soon.